LA Rider is brought to you by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers, serving Louisiana motorcyclists and their families for nearly 2 decades. Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers for the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign.
When you're on a motorcycle, you got to look out for all kinds of stuff. But after a crash, it's a danger you can't see that can really get you.
The insurance company is working behind the scenes to deny you compensation.
They're building a case against you, but at Dudley DeBosier, we're working for you.
Keep your head on a swivel. Let these guys look out for you. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
Hello and welcome to LA Rider, Louisiana's #1 source for motorcycle lifestyles, travel, and adventure. I'm T.W. Robinson, so glad you're joining us today. This week we take a ride to Macomb, Mississippi for lunch at the Dinner Bell with its famous Lazy Susan tables piled high with delicious Southern treats. While in the area, we stopped by the Leonard Skinner Crash Site Memorial in Gillsburg, where the memory of the famous Southern rock band lives on. All this and a visit to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants. So hop on that iron pony and let's take a ride. Welcome to LA Rider. I'm T.W. Robinson. If you're craving a real home-cooked meal like Grandma used to make, you may want to consider a ride to Macomb, Mississippi. At the Dinner Bell, you'll find a wide variety of Southern-style treats, and better yet, everything on the menu is on the table. Finally, August was over, and the triple-digit heat that has gripped the South for nearly a month had subsided. Funny, I didn't think I would ever call daytime highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s cool. But as I headed north out of Baton Rouge towards Mississippi on this beautiful September Saturday, I was actually thinking fall might be here soon. In fact, the morning air and the lower humidity did feel cool. A perfect day for a ride. Today was going to be fun. Wendell Chenault was riding in from Monroe, and we were meeting Gold Wing rider Jamie Wall in Liberty, Mississippi. Our destination, Macomb, Mississippi's Dinner Bell. In October of 1977, Jamie was a volunteer fireman, one of the first responders to arrive at the scene of the Leonard Skinner plane crash. Following lunch, we were all heading out to the memorial built near the site of the crash. But first, lunch. The Dinner Bell is located in a beautiful old house in downtown Macomb. The house was built in 1923, and the Dinner Bell moved in 1959.
Started in '54 across the street, moved over here in 1959, and has been here ever since. We just started our 20th years on it, so it's hard to believe it's been that long, but like they say, time flies when you're having fun.
Over the years, tens of thousands of people have traveled from all over the country to have a meal at the Dinner Bell. And eating at the Dinner Bell is much more than a meal. It's an experience.
This is what they call the boarding house concept, and it used to be a lot more common, especially in Mississippi and even parts of Louisiana along the railroad line. You would see the guys working on the railroad who would actually, in most cases, stay upstairs, come down here and eat and go work on the railroad.
Diners at the Dinner Bell sit at large round tables and serve themselves from a rotating Lazy Susan, loaded with dozens of fresh country-cooked dishes. It's all you can eat, and it's all good. Whose recipes were these recipes that
they've just been handed down? Yep, handed down. A couple of them my wife. She does all the cooking. So Yeah, we start early, and that's a benefit of living upstairs. You walk downstairs in the morning, you start cooking about 6:15, 6:30, and then you just go from there. But yes, it's been mostly the same recipes since 54. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And it's not just food that makes the dinner bell fun. Strangers sharing a meal around a table don't stay strangers very long.
We've had people sit here and discover they were related and didn't know it. We've had people sit here and then find out they lived on opposite ends of the same street for 20 years and never met until they came here. So it's been a lot of that. So it is a great way to bring people together.
Yeah. Well, I ate all I could, and as usual, it was delicious. It was a beautiful ride to Macomb this morning, and there's no better place for a lunch break than the dinner bell and some good old home cooking. It's been a couple of years since I've been to the dinner bell, and for the life of me, I don't know why I waited so long. I've got to make a point of getting back there more often. Stay with us, there's more LA Rider coming up right after this.
LA Rider is brought to you by the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign, a 501c3 nonprofit organization exclusively dedicated to promoting motorcycle awareness and rider safety throughout Louisiana and the nation.
I didn't see him.
She just came out of nowhere.
God, what am I gonna do?
Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us. See us. Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us.
Save us.
Nearly two-thirds of all motorcycle fatalities are caused by distracted and inattentive drivers. Please, watch for motorcycles. Motocross? We've got it at G&N Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. All the bikes, all the gear, and the expertise to help make you number one at the track. From beginner to expert, we've got just what you need at G&N Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. Come see us today at G&N Gonzalez, Louisiana's oldest family-owned power sports dealer, located in downtown Baton Rouge in the shadow of the state capitol.
Race on down to G&N Gonzalez. Becoming number one starts here.
We're waiting for you!
When you're on a motorcycle, you got to look out for all kinds of stuff. But after a crash, it's a danger you can't see that can really get you.
The insurance company is working behind the scenes to deny you compensation.
They're building a case against you, but at Dudley DeBosier, we're working for you.
Keep your head on a swivel. Let these guys look out for you. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
Improve your skills. Make U-turns with ease. Tighten your corners and ride with more confidence and greater control. Sign up now for Cajun Thunder's Motorcycle Skills Training Course, taught by police instructor Mike Richard and Amanda Joe at Cajun Thunder's state-of-the-art facility in Ponchatoula. Take your riding skills to the next level with Cajun Thunder's Rider Advancement Training.
45 years ago, this coming October, a plane carrying the popular Southern rock group Lynyrd Skynyrd crashed in rural Mississippi. 6 people died, including the band's founder, Ronnie Van Zant. 3 years ago, a permanent memorial was erected near the site of the crash, and LA Rider was there. I was born and raised just outside of Jacksonville, Florida, where it all began for Lynyrd Skynyrd. So just about anything involving the band draws my attention. In fact, I had just moved to Baton Rouge when their plane went down. And as I headed toward the tiny community of Gillsburg, Mississippi, on the 42nd anniversary of that fateful night, I could almost hear Ronnie Van Zant belting out, "Call Me the Breeze," as I tried to remember just where I was when I heard the news. It was news that carried with it a strange sense of irony, since the band was on its way to my new home city when the plane crashed.
I was on a volunteer fire department, and another fire department member saw the plane go down.
Jamie Wall is someone who knows exactly where he was that night.
Jamie was a volunteer firefighter and one of the first rescuers to arrive on the scene.
We had to wade a creek about waist deep that night. And when I walked up the plane, I had no idea who it was or how big the plane was, nothing. It gets to me. I had to stop. I had to pray to God to give me strength to walk up this plane. It was upside down, the front of it was, and I knew it was a huge plane. It had 26 people on it, and only 6 died, which I found out later.
Jamie, a number of local first responders, and survivors were all gathered for the dedication of a monument to Leonard Skinner and the victims of the crash just a few hundred yards from where the plane went down.
We got people coming here from Italy and all over the world, Norway, and these people can't even speak English, but they love Leonard Skinner music.
Dwayne Easley donated the land for the monument and hosted a gathering of family members, rescuers, and survivors prior to the unveiling ceremonies.
My memories of the flight, it was just a normal flight. There was nothing weird about it until the starboard engine caught on fire. Then the co-pilot came back and told us to sit down, buckle your seatbelt, put your head between your knees, and don't move till we stop. We're going to make an emergency landing on a highway or a field, whichever we can get to.
I remember parts of it, but I don't remember all of it because I was knocked unconscious.
The gathering was a reunion of sorts for lighting tech Mark Howard and his rescuer Jamie Wall.
And this hatchet, he said he could reach his hand. I was told I was in the top of the plane. It was upside down, but anyway. He said he reached his hand there, he could feel my face. Used this hatchet to cut the cables and the hoses so they could get me out. And then they tried to pick me up, or he tried to pick me up, and I screamed because I had a broken collarbone too. Thanks, man. Thank you for saving my life.
I say we're helping both of us get you out that night.
News of the crash traveled quickly that night 42 years ago. Lead singer Ronnie Van Zant's widow, Judy, says she occasionally traveled with the band, but was at home that night when she heard the news.
I had been out to dinner with Teresa Gaines, who was Steve Gaines' wife, and with our 2 daughters, and I came back to my house. She dropped me off at my house. I walked in, I turned my TV on, and there was a news alert, and to this day, I think it was Dan Rather said that there was a plane crash in Mississippi, the Leonard Skinner Band on their private plane, and there were multiple fatalities.
Nearly 1,000 diehard fans, some from as far away as Alaska, joined Judy Van Zant Jeunesse and several family members for the dedication ceremonies. Howard and 4 other crash survivors sat nearby. 6 yellow roses representing those who died lay in front of a granite plaque.
I've been here before. I came here in October of 1977 to take Ronnie Van Zant back home. Today I am here with all of you to be a part of this ceremony, paying tribute to Ronnie Van Zant, Steve Gaines, Cassie Gaines, Dean Kilpatrick, Walter McCrary, William Gray, and the surviving members of Leonard Skinner.
Skinner fans.
The 15,000-pound granite monument was constructed and erected by the Leonard Skinner Monument Project, a nonprofit organization founded a few years ago by local fans of Leonard Skinner. The group raised $65,000 to pay for the monument after the Mississippi Blues Commission turned down their request for an official state marker at the site. The monument site is located just off Mississippi Highway 568 on Easley Road. It's free and open to the public, but donations to help pay for its upkeep and care can be made at their official GoFundMe site.
Something about that music is different, I believe, than any other. And there's no telling what we would have had if they had not had that plane crash. I just think it would have been, by now, probably the greatest rock band ever.
For the best in restorative and cosmetic dental care, choose Dr. Jason Hutto. Your smile is important, and so is your overall oral health. And at the dental office of Jason Hutto, our aim is to provide the highest quality dental care. From implants and cosmetic procedures to fillings, root canals, and cleaning, choose Dr. Jason Hutto.
Hi, I'm Jason Hutto. Call for your appointment today.
But not on Fridays. That's the day we ride.
At Jandy Imports, we have everything for your ride. From high-quality leather jackets, vests, and chaps, to saddlebags, luggage, and riding boots. We have a large selection of helmets, too, and feature a full line of AmSoil and bike care products. At Jandy Imports, you'll find the area's largest selection of patches, all sewn on for you while you wait. You need it? We've got it. At Jandy Imports, the little store with the big inventory.
Come see us at Jandy Imports.
At G & Gonzalez, we do it all, from really big to the really small. Keeping you safe? No problem. We have the latest AOT racing gear found exclusively at G & Gonzalez. Don't monkey around. Head on down to G & Gonzalez of Baton Rouge, where the fun begins.
For more than 40 years, Robert Rad Leonard has provided South Louisiana motorcyclists with all their needs, from a showroom jam-packed with all the latest gear to a full-service shop featuring skilled technicians who handle everything from routine service to complete engine rebuilds. Rad Cycles also carries a huge selection of pre-owned models and has the area's largest inventory of used bike parts. For all your riding needs, do what South Louisiana motorcyclists have been doing since 1978. Go Rad. Rad Cycles. They're rider recommended. Looking for a trailer? Check out Mike Gerald's Trailer Depot. At Mike's 2 Baton Rouge locations, you'll find a huge inventory of high-quality motorcycle trailers, boat trailers, cargo trailers, utility trailers, and custom-built trailers. Plus, the largest inventory of trailer parts and accessories in the area. Can't find that perfect trailer? Let Mike build one for you. Mike Gerald's Trailer Depot. 2 locations in Baton Rouge to serve you. They're rider recommended.
Want a high-quality used motorcycle delivered to your door with a money-back guarantee? At usedbikesdirect.com, you can choose from hundreds of high-quality American, Japanese, and European motorcycles. Just browse our website, pick your bike, get your financing, and arrange your trade-in, all from the comfort of your home. And we'll deliver it straight to your door for free, complete with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Buying a used motorcycle has never been easier or safer. Just go to usedbikesdirect.com and start shopping.
Welcome back. We're here with Jamie Wall at the Leonard Skinnard Memorial. So Jamie, tell us about all the things that have happened here, all the upgrades that have been done since we were here at the grand opening.
Well, first, welcome back. I appreciate y'all coming. We have paved the parking lot, filled in the ditch. We got to add it to the monument. We got a list of passengers that was on the plane. We got Wi-Fi, we got running water, and it's paid for. And we thank everybody that contributed and helped us pay for it.
Yeah, well, it really looks fabulous, and when I first drove up, I was just like, oh my goodness, look how much they've done in just these 3 years. And what about the visitors? Have you had a ton of people visiting?
We have had a real ton of visitors, especially since they put the signs on the interstate. That really helped. The weekend, we get hundreds of people from all over the world. Just Czechoslovakia, Germany, Japan, South Korea, India, South Africa. Every state in the United States has somebody represented has come. We get plenty of visitors. It'll be a lot of people here today.
Oh my gosh. Now, do you have somebody here every weekend to welcome the visitors or anything?
Not really, but most weekends, yes. Somebody will be over here.
But they're all volunteers, aren't they?
They're volunteers, and they'll tell you a story, answer any of your questions. And like I say, we sell T-shirts and do fundraising, the upkeep and all of this.
Right. You have a lot of volunteers, though, around here that do the groundskeeping.
We have groundskeeping. They blow the leaves, mow, sweep it off. We pressure wash.
Yeah. Well, I know the people around here are so proud of this memorial for them and all the work that y'all have put into it?
Some worked hard. This is Ricky Watson. He's one of our groundskeepers.
Oh my God.
But thank y'all for coming.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. And what, have y'all got other things planned?
If they quit restricting COVID, we hope to have a concert here one day, but it might be next year.
Right. Oh my gosh, that would be fabulous.
We want to block the street off and have a concert. We have a lot of bands that want to volunteer and come. From Florida, Atlanta, Memphis, all over. A lot of bands have called us, want to just volunteer and come and perform.
Oh my gosh. So when y'all get to do that, I hope we hear about it. I hope a lot of people hear about it.
Y'all will be the first to know.
All right. You going to post it on Facebook or
We have a Facebook page. It's called Leonard Skinner Monument. You put the monument, you can go to our Facebook page and we keep updates on that.
Oh, of
what's
things
going
that,
on.
Yeah, things that are
You're
happening.
welcome to go to it and post pictures and comment yourself.
Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Well, I'm going to look around, and thanks for inviting us back, because this is really a wonderful thing y'all have done.
But thank y'all for coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
At G & Gonzalez, we do it all, from really big to the really small. Keeping you safe? No problem. We have the latest AOT racing gear found exclusively at G & Gonzalez. Don't monkey around, head on down to G & Gonzalez of Baton Rouge, where the fun begins.
I didn't see him.
Watch for us.
She just came out of nowhere.
See us.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Save us.
Please watch for motorcycles. You might just save someone's life. Motocross? We've got it at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. All the bikes, all the gear, and the expertise to help make you #1 at the track. From beginner to expert, we've got just what you need at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. Come see us today at G & Gonzalez, Louisiana's oldest family-owned power sports dealer, located in downtown Baton Rouge in the shadow of the state capitol.
Race on down to G & Gonzalez. Becoming #1 starts here.
We're waiting for you!
I didn't see him.
Watch for us.
She just came out of nowhere.
See us.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Save us.
Please watch for motorcycles. You might just save someone's life.
Just putting on leather and sitting on a bike doesn't make someone a biker, and it's easy to tell the posers from the pros.
Same goes for law firms. Just because someone's a lawyer doesn't mean they know motorcycle cases.
At Dudley DeBosier, we've been fighting for injured bikers all over Louisiana for years.
After a crash, get experience on your side. Call Dudley DeBosier. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
Support motorcycle safety and encourage other drivers to watch for motorcycles. Purchase a motorcycle awareness specialty plate for your car, truck, or motorcycle. For an additional $25 a year, you can help the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign promote safety, awareness, and training programs throughout Louisiana.
I'm T.W. Robinson. No matter what you ride, put a MAC plate on it and help support motorcycle awareness wherever you go.
Improve your skills. Make U-turns with ease. Tighten your corners and ride with more confidence and greater control. Sign up now for Cajun Thunder's Motorcycle Skills Training Course, taught by Police Instructor Mike Richard and Amanda Joe at Cajun Thunder's state-of-the-art facility in Ponchatoula. Take your riding skills to the next level with Cajun Thunder's Rider Advancement Training.
Welcome back. Do you like chips and salsa, fajitas, tacos, margaritas? Heck, who doesn't? Well, one of my favorite places to visit after a long day in the saddle is Superior Grill. After a long ride or a short ride, I like to end up at Superior Grill.
I've been a fan of Superior Grill since they opened the doors at the Government Street location in Baton Rouge in 1991. The popular Mexican restaurant was established in Shreveport in 1983, and they also have locations in New Orleans and Birmingham, and a Lafayette restaurant is in the works. Superior is widely known for their sizzling fajitas, but their menu features a wide variety of Mexican, Tex-Mex, and Southwest fare, and I have sampled much of it, and it's all good. Oh, and when I'm not riding, I've been known to also enjoy one of their delicious margaritas.
Come right here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I've decided I'm going to have the Pinto Pachuco.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Mr. Benny has been taking care of me at Superior Grill for more than 20 years. That's one of the great things about this restaurant. Many of the staff members have been here since it opened. Superior takes good care of its people, and they in turn take great care of their customers.
Is everything okay? You like that?
Oh, it's delicious. The pachuga sauce on the chicken is just perfect. Oh, delicious.
Superior Grill is the perfect place for a quick lunch or a relaxing dinner. And on weekends, they also serve brunch. Before or after the ride, there is definitely something for everyone at Superior Grill.
Oh, now that was delicious, and there's plenty left over. But you know, Superior Grill is not just tacos and fajitas. They have some fabulous gourmet cooked food. It's delicious. You need to check it out. The food at Superior really is top-notch. The staff is super friendly, and the atmosphere is authentic. Check them out. Well, that's it for this week. So glad you joined us. We'll be back next week with another great show. I'm T.W. Robinson. We haven't been everywhere, but it's on our list. See you next time on LA Rider.
LA Rider is brought to you by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers, serving Louisiana motorcyclists and their families for nearly 2 decades. Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers for the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign.
This is Paul Sr. of Orange County Choppers. In my shop, people don't mess with me. When someone gets out of line, I don't let them get away with it.
Neither do we. After a motorcycle crash, the insurance companies know Dudley DeBosier doesn't back down.
We don't let insurance companies push you around, and you shouldn't either.
Trust me, these guys don't mess around. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
God bless Chrome Cowgirls like